Well, I'm Alex Moore. I'm from the Lathums. We're coming on tour around Australia and that, which we're very excited about. We put on a very good show, so don't miss out while we're there because you never know. Might never come back if you don't want us.
Well, that's the threat if ever I've heard one, brother. Thanks for joining us today, Alex. So as you say, bro, the Lathums will be heading to Australia for the first time very shortly for a run of shows starting in Fremantle October the 8th. Then you hit Brisbane and Sydney, wind up in Melbourne on the 12th. So not far away, man. Are you packed and ready to go?
I'm ready to go. I'm not packed though. I'm,
Is
I'd
that
probably, like you say, I'd probably just turn up in a pair of flip flops and some shorts and figure something else out afterwards.
let that pasty white body loose in the streets, brother?
Yeah, that's the one.
So as we mentioned before, like this is going to be your first time ever to Australia. So the obvious question is how and why have you avoided us for the last 7 years?
Well, we've not been avoiding. It's just it's never been possible for us really. But we've like, amazingly we've got the opportunity to go over now, and we're very excited about it. Very lucky as well. To go over and just play our music in different territories. It's what we've been striving for. It's the dream to push it far and wide. So. It's very exciting as well. Very exciting.
And when you go to a place for the first time, like you are here and Asia, like do you do your research and chat with people that have been here before to find out what to expect, or do you just come in cold and pump it?
Most majority of the time, because obviously most of the places we visited very young, so we just kind of got thrust into it, and we just kind of experienced it as it was, and I think that was a good thing, because I've learnt about different places from my own perspective, not what people might have like made a stereotype of, or kind of like your expectations and that. We just kind of got thrust into it. So I'm kind of into that. I just want to go and speak to people that live there and see how he's living that, see what the difference is there, and yeah.
Yeah, cool. And what are you expecting from Australian crowds, mate? I'll give you a tip now. We're pretty rowdy.
Yeah, I was expecting that. I was expecting. I feel like we'd get a good crack out of a crowd in Australia. Like there won't be any kind of. Sometimes when you go, it's quite. The crowd feels like they shouldn't say or do anything and just let the band do whatever. But I feel like in Australia it'll be a bit more like engaging. So we'll see. We'll see.
We're seeing. The flip side of that is we don't know what to expect from you guys either. So run us through a typical live show from the Lathams.
I don't think there is a typical one. I think it's very specific to each place. I, I I think the main core of it is always the same. It's always we do our jobs properly and we do our jobs well. We engage with the crowd. We make sure everybody's had a good time and a safe time as well. But the makeup around it and the thrills and that's always different because you never really know what's going to happen. Um, I'm a bit mad me, so I can switch quite quickly. So I think you never know what to expect. Never know what to expect.
Nice. Now, just say someone's intrigued, but they're not quite sure where they want to go, or some bloke his missus is dragging him, or vice versa. What three songs of yours should they listen to in order to get ready for what they're going to experience?
Ooh, I mean, when we come over, we'll be firing on all cylinders, like so. It'll be quite heavy. Um, but we do have that softer side. But what you all like? Do you like the
We like to
bit more
party.
folk?
We
You
like
like
to
a bit more
party.
folky song, or right? Well, easy then. I'd listen to "Say My Name." I'd listen from album two. I'd listen to "No Direction" from album three, and "Artificial Screens" from album one. There you
Nice.
go, all three there.
That was more for me, mate, because I'm going to come along and I don't know any music, so that was a personal question. I love the way you've injected yourselves into the tour more too by naming it the Wigan of Oz tour. I got a chuckle about that.
Yeah, that was a stroke of genius from Scott there. That
You know you've set yourselves up though. Like you're gonna have to have a little segment where you all dress up as your favourite Wizard of Oz character, just for one song at least.
nice. I'll be the Tin Man because I don't have a hat.
I want to go back to the start of the band when you formed in 2018, mate. Like, what was the musical climate like back then that gave birth to the band, and where did you fit in initially?
Did you say personal life then?
I know just what the musical climate like. What was the scene like that made you guys want to have a
Oh. Well, there was a few kind of like bands knocking about like of our age, but nothing was really like happening that much. No one really knew about the scene in Wigan unless you was in Wigan, and I think obviously because we're so close to like Liverpool and Manchester and that the big cities take over. So not it, we kind of was at the forefront of making bringing like a scene back out of Wigan because there's always been great musicians there, and um, we've got quite a colourful history of music in Wigan, but at the time it felt like nothing was really happening. So we kind of just rolled with it.
And the story of how you started is pretty cool too, man. Like you all got placed in the same group while attending a stage school called the Music Project. Like you just don't hear of that thing happening. Tell us the story about that.
So obviously, because we're musicians, we're not very academic. We're not like I just floated by me. I don't really know how I got through it all. But I ended up coming through it, and there was very little opportunity. And I knew I wanted to do something creative. I knew I wanted to do something with a guitar, but I just didn't really know what, and I didn't really see an opportunity to do anything with it. And then a leaflet got passed through my door, and I'd already tried to go through college for a year, but we both mutually decided that I should leave. um, so that was that kind of a waste of a year. So I was like, what am I going to do here? And then the leaflet came through. I went to the college, and it was in its infancy, so it was kind of wasn't necessarily mainstream or anything, which I liked because I didn't want to be. I don't want to be in any kind of just want to be doing my own thing. I don't want to be tied into anything. I want to be doing my own thing and living my own life, and that was helpful. Um, and then just I got a passion for music, and then we started playing pubs. We got, like you said, we got put into a little project together, and we all liked it. We all clicked, and then that was it. We just carried on playing pubs, and then got like a bit of a name for ourselves, and it just kept growing from there.
Yeah, cool. And the band was a pretty instant success, bro. Like your first two albums, How Beautiful Life Can Be and From Nothing to a Little Bit More, both debuted at #1 on the UK charts. Like, did that early success surprise you to an extent, or were you always confident that you had what it take?
I mean, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to be confident with your abilities if you work hard enough at them. Um, but it wasn't something that I was going to calculate success on, whether we was in the charts or whatever. It was amazing, like, and to do it two times from the debut and the second, I think. I mean, there's probably some kind of statistic there that's pretty good, like. But yeah, I think it's more so the fan power that we have. Whenever we gain a fan, they're there for life. Then, and people get really people feel strongly about us for whatever reason. Um, So I think that's how I judge it really. But again, it is amazing to think people are rooting for us.
It is. The bad news is, bro, that it's all downhill now, though, because your third album, Matter Does Not Define, only managed debut at number 3. What are you going to do?
Oh, there's never downhill, man. Never downhill. It's a journey. Life's a journey. Uh, and I definitely wouldn't measure success off the charts these days, man.
Mate, I was looking through some of your photos and some of the crowds you've had at them, mate. Like, that's your measure of success there, like standing in front of those people and feeling their energy. Oh, that's
Absolutely.
best gauge.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, you got any messages for Australian fans, bro, that might be coming along to see you?
It depends. Depends what kind of person you are.
Well, most of them are like me, except better looking.
Go on. Well, yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I'm looking forward. I just want to chat. I just want to have conversations and just learn about stuff. Um, I'm like a sponge, and I want to soak in as much as I can before I clock off.
Very nice. Now, before you clock off from this interview, bro, I've got a new segment I've introduced that I'm going to throw at you. It's called Photo Bombs. So basically, I've gone through your social media and I've come up with a few photos that I want to talk a bit more about. So the first one I've found is this one. There's got to be a good story behind that.
Oh, yeah. The that would so we've got a little unit in that where we recorded the demos for album 3. Um, we called it Shabby Road. And you can imagine what state it was like if it was calling it Shabby Road. And there was it wasn't a major thing. We sorted it and it was fine, but there was a small little kind of fire going on at one point. But it was sorted it quick and that, and it's all good. Um, everything's safe and that again now. But there was.
Now the second one I've got for you, like the photo on the left is a full photo. The one on the right has been enhanced for pleasure. But this he's got class, like preparation. One open one in the hand and a full one in the back pocket. That's why Australians are going to love you guys.
Right, okay. So you like scallies then?
We love beer. But when he's walking there, like say you got one in the back pocket, one in the hand, and it looks like you're in the street.
Well, we was walking over to stage because the venue was in a different building, so we was just walking over to stage, and he's got a pre-beer, he's got a pre-gig beer, and then a during in his pocket, and then we've got a couple on stage. So
No, looking through the photos to find ones for this, bro. Like, I actually struggled to find a photo of anyone in the band without a beer in their hands. Like, that's like all rock and roll, brother. Full respect.
nah, we're not as cool as you might think, mate.
Oh well, I reckon he's a go all right, brother. But you will be here in October, starting the 8th in Fremantle. So everything I've read, seen, and heard about you guys sounds like fun. So I'll catch you at the Brisbane show.
Beautiful, nice one, mate. Looking
All
forward
right,
to seeing it.